Our story began long before the first cities, long before the first kings, and long before the first written word. Millions of years ago, humans were just another species struggling to survive in a dangerous world. There were no nations, no empires, no laws, and no civilization. Yet somehow, those same humans built towering pyramids, conquered continents, created powerful kingdoms, and transformed the earth forever. But how did this happen? How did a species armed with nothing but stone tools become the dominant force on the planet? This is the incredible story of human civilization. Around 6 million years ago, the earliest human ancestors appeared in Africa. Over time, different human species evolved and adapted to their environments. Some learned to use tools, others mastered fire, and many migrated across vast regions of the world. Then, around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared. Unlike their ancestors, Homo sapiens possessed extraordinary intelligence, communication skills, and the ability to work together in large groups. These advantages would eventually change the course of history forever. For thousands of years, humans lived as hunters and gatherers, constantly moving in search of food and shelter. Life was difficult, but a revolution was coming. Around 10,000 years ago, humans discovered something that would change everything. Instead of hunting animals and collecting wild plants, people began growing crops and domesticating animals. This transformation first flourished in Mesopotamia, the fertile land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. For the first time in history, humans could produce their own food. As food supplies increased, people settled in permanent communities. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. And civilization was born. One of the earliest and most important cities was Uruk. With tens of thousands of inhabitants, Uruk became one of humanity's first great urban centers. The age of civilization had begun. While Mesopotamia was growing, another powerful civilization emerged along the Nile River. Ancient Egypt. The Nile provided fertile land, allowing Egyptian society to prosper for thousands of years. But Egypt became famous for something even greater. The pyramids. Egyptian pharaohs believed they would continue living in the afterlife after death. To prepare for eternity, they built enormous tombs filled with treasures, food, and valuable possessions. The greatest of these monuments was the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu more than 4,500 years ago. Even today, it remains one of the most impressive structures ever built by human hands. Meanwhile, in modern-day Pakistan and northwestern India, another remarkable civilization was flourishing. The Indus Valley civilization. Its cities were carefully planned with organized streets, advanced drainage systems, and impressive sanitation networks. In many ways, these cities were centuries ahead of their time. Although much of their history remains a mystery, they demonstrated that civilization was spreading across the world. Far to the east, ancient China was developing along the Yellow River. According to legend, devastating floods once threatened the survival of entire communities. A leader known as Yu the Great worked tirelessly to control the waters and protect the people. His achievements eventually became associated with China's earliest dynasties. Agriculture expanded rapidly, populations grew, and powerful kingdoms emerged. Over time, Chinese civilization would become one of the longest-lasting and most influential civilizations in history. As cities expanded, societies needed rules. Around 1750 BCE, King Hammurabi of Babylon introduced one of the world's earliest legal codes. His laws established clear punishments and responsibilities for citizens. For the first time, governments attempted to create order through written laws rather than personal decisions. This idea would influence legal systems for thousands of years. Civilization was becoming more organized, more complex, and more powerful. As centuries passed, new powers emerged. The Greeks built independent city-states that became centers of trade, culture, and philosophy. Thinkers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle transformed the way people understood the world. At the same time, the Persian Empire expanded into one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. Then came Rome. What began as a small settlement eventually became a vast empire stretching across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Roman engineers built roads, aqueducts, and cities. Roman laws influenced governments. And Roman culture shaped much of the modern world. After the fall of Rome, new kingdoms rose across Europe. Meanwhile, powerful civilizations flourished in Asia, Africa, and the Islamic world. Trade routes connected distant lands, allowing ideas, technologies, and goods to spread between civilizations. Knowledge continued to grow. New inventions appeared, and humanity continued moving forward. The next great transformation came through exploration, science, and industry. New continents were connected through global trade. Scientific discoveries revolutionized human understanding. The Industrial Revolution introduced machines that dramatically increased production and changed daily life forever. In just a few centuries, humanity advanced faster than ever before. Electricity, airplanes, computers, and the internet reshaped civilization. The world became more connected than at any point in history, from small groups of hunters in Africa to billions of people living in modern cities. The journey of human civilization is one of the greatest stories ever told. Empires have risen and fallen. Kings have ruled and disappeared. Civilizations have flourished and vanished. But through every challenge, humanity continued to innovate, adapt, and move forward. And as we look toward the future, one question remains. What will the next chapter of human civilization look like? Only time will tell.